Hello everyone, Namaskar. I welcome you all to this NPTEL SWAYAM course on post harvest operations and processing of fruits, vegetables, spices and plantation crop products. Okay. In today's lecture, we will discuss something. I will first briefly tell you about the course, and then we will take up some important issues, discuss the horticultural situation in India, particularly the production statistics, consumption pattern and market insights of the horticultural products. Then we will also discuss some important issues and challenges facing the horticulture and plantation crop sector. Okay. So, this course is a 12-week duration. It will have 60 lectures of about 30 to 35 minutes each. There will be 12 assignments, one at the end of every week, and after the 12th week the course will conclude with online examination. The broad areas which will be covered in this course include novel and emerging methods and technologies for post harvest handling, transportation, processing and packaging of major fruits, vegetables, spices and plantation crop products. We will also discuss minimal processing strategies for producing quality ready to eat or ready to serve products and hurdle technology concept for manufacturing of novel intermediate moisture food, high moisture fruit products and so on. Smart packaging technologies, modified atmosphere packaging, edible coating, controlled atmosphere storage and such other methods and processes for extending the shelf life of whole as well as cut fruits and vegetables will be discussed. Also, towards the end, we will take up use of environment friendly green technologies and approaches for near zero waste processing and utilization of byproducts and waste streams. Here in this slide, I have listed the week wise topics that will be covered. Like for example, in the first week, we will discuss about various aspects related to composition, nutrition and health value of these products. In the second week, we will take up matter related to post harvest handling and storage, which will be followed by processing and preservation principle in the third week. Fourth week will cover primary process operations both on farm and in plant, and then in the fifth week we will take up minimal processing strategies and hurdle technology. Juices and concentrates, dehydrated and snack food products will be discussed in 6th and 7th week. 8th week will cover processing of plantation crop products. In the 9th week, spices and condiments technology shall be discussed. 10th week will be devoted on plant based fermented foods and beverages, and in the 11th week we will take up matters related to smart packaging and storage of fruits and vegetables, spices, plantation crop products, etc. And finally, in the 12th week we will discuss green technologies, byproducts and waste utilization. Okay. Here I have given the selected readings, that is book, although in the end of every lecture I will be giving you the references from where the materials are taken for that particular lecture, but in general for overall this course, these are the list of 11 books. They are mostly handbooks of fruits and vegetables processing, then handbook of post harvest technology, post harvest technologies of fruits and vegetables by H.S. Ramaswamy, chocolate, cocoa and confectionery science and technology, then handbooks of herbs and spices, food processing technologies, principles and practices by E.P.J. Fellows, elements of food technology by N.W. Desrosier, principle of food science by Owen R. Fenema, and food packaging technology. So, these are the some major books which I will recommend to all the participants to read and to go through it and have a thorough understanding of the subject, particularly if you want to clear this subject with good grades. So, now let us take up the subject. First, we will discuss the horticulture status in India. You know, India is the second largest producer of horticulture crops with 18% of area under cultivation. Horticulture contributes 33% to the gross value addition in agriculture. Horticulture production for India was of 331.05 million tons in 2021, which is the highest ever recorded. Global horticulture export share of India is about 1.7% for vegetables and 0.5% for fruits. Also, India imports fruits and vegetables worth rupees 15,700 crores every year. Post harvest losses of fruits and vegetables range up to the tune of 20 to 44%, and this is mainly in India on the account of inadequate infrastructure and value addition produce, and this is the latest data given by the FAO in the 2021. Let us see what are the major fruits of India. You know, fruit is the matured ovary and associated parts of a flower. India, being the largest producer of fruits, is known as fruit basket of the world. Major fruits grown in the India include banana, mango, mandarin, papaya, guava, grapes, watermelon, apple, pomegranate, jackfruit, pineapple, sapota, and so on. And the data for the production is given in the slide, latest data production of these fruits. The major areas, production areas of fruit in the country include states like UP, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. India ranks first in the production of banana, papaya, mangoes, including mangosteens and guavas. The area under cultivation of fruits is about 6.66 million hectares in the country. India is also a major exporter of fruits to the world. India exported 6,09,612.91 metric ton of fresh fruits other than grapes and mango recently. The value of the export produces were to the tune of around 2,233.23 crores during the year 2021. If you look at the vegetables, major vegetables produced in the country, before that let us see what do we mean by a vegetable. So, vegetables are the edible portions of a plant. They are usually grouped according to the portion of the plant that is eaten. For example, leaves, lettuce, we eat leaves of lettuce, then stem, roots, tubers, bulbs like onion is a bulb, and the flowers, broccoli. So, India is the second largest producer of vegetable in the world. The major vegetables produced include potato, cabbage, tapioca, onion, cauliflower, chili, eggplant, okra, radish, pea, and tomato. Okay. The areas, vegetable producing areas of the country include UP, Bihar, West Bengal, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, and Gujarat. India is the largest producer of ginger and okra among the vegetables. India ranks second in production of potatoes, onions, cauliflower, brinjal, cabbage, etc. The area under cultivation of vegetable is to the tune of around 10.35 million hectares. India exported vegetables worth rupees 4,969.73 crores during year 2021. Spices. A spice is a dried seed, fruit, root, bark or vegetative substance primarily used for flavoring, coloring or preserving a food. If you look at the market wise or item wise share of spices production in India, we see that around 30% of the total production in spices is of garlic, about 20% includes chili, 18% includes ginger, and the seed spices contribute to 19%. Okay. Turmeric is approximately 10%. Okay. So, the production data of these major spices like garlic, coriander, cardamom, chili, fenugreek, tapioca, ginger, tamarind, turmeric, cumin, pepper, etc. are given here in the table. You can go through it. Okay. Then production area, that is the share of the area wise in the spice cultivation, it covers around seed spices about 48%, that is half of the area that is the under spice cultivation is for the seed spices. Mint is 8%, garlic around 9%, turmeric 6%, chili 16% and so on. India is the world's largest producer, consumer and exporter of spice. In our country, 75 out of the 119 variety of spices listed by ISO are cultivated. It accounts for half of the global trading in spices. In the financial year 2020, spices worth US $3.62 billion were exported from India. Let us see now what is the situation of the plantation crop in our country. You know, the plantation crops are high value commercial crops which play a vital role in the agriculture economy and export trade of many developing and developed countries. The crop which come under the plantation crop include tea, coffee, cocoa, coconut, areca nut, oil palm, palmyra and cashew. And the production data of all these plantation crop products is given here in the PPT. Major production areas, if you look at that in the country, southern state like Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, they cover the major portion as far as the production of plantation crop is concerned. Karnataka covers 27%, Kerala also 27% and Tamil Nadu 24%, Andhra Pradesh 9%. So, the major parts of the coconut or plantation crop products is produced in these 4 major southern states. Assam, West Bengal, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh etc. are the major tea producing states of India. Of course, tea is also grown in the southern states in the significant quantity. Okay. In this slide, I have tried to give you a production pattern of horticultural crops, spices and plantation crop in the year from 2004-5 to 2018-19 and 2019-20. The data of the area under cultivation, production during these years and the productivity is given in this table, though you can go through it, and these data indicate that total horticulture production in the 2019-20 was to the tune of 3.12% higher than that of the 2018-19. Increase in the production of fruits, vegetables, flowers and spices are seen, whereas there is a decrease in the plantation crop, aromatics and medicinal plants. Okay. Particularly if you compare the data of 2019-20 and 2018-19. The fruit production is estimated to be 102.03 MT as compared to 97.97 MT in the 2018-19. The production of vegetables was estimated to be around 188.91 MT against 183.17 MT in the year 2018 and 19. So, there is an increase in the production. Now, let us discuss about the consumption pattern of these products, export and processing data. Fruits and vegetables, if you look at, there is export of fruits to the tune of around 835,000 tons, okay, which values at rupees 5,496.38 crores. Export of vegetables is to the tune of 1931,000 tons, valued at rupees 4617.34 crores. 74%, 74 to 76% of the fruits and vegetables are consumed in fresh form. About 20 to 30% is wasted. 2% of the vegetable production and approximately 3% of the fruit production is being processed and converted into value added products at present. In the case of spices, the export is around 1,193.44 thousand tons, which is valued at rupees 25,642.04 crore. Export of spices contributed to 41% of the total export earnings from all horticultural crops. The plantation crop, India exported 84.37 thousand tons of cashew nut, which is valued at rupees 4018.35 crores in the year 2019 and 20. The tea is production is the 254.80 thousand tons, which is valued at 5851.11 crores. Okay. Coffee, it is the 257.03 thousand tons, valued at rupees 5,236.76 crores. Okay. Let us see the market insight of these products. First, we will take up about the fruits and vegetables, to reduce wastage as well as to add value in the fruits and vegetables. Processing like canning, dehydration, pickling or provisional preservation and bottling is done in our country, and these are that is the traditional methods. Okay. However, the percentage of processing of fruits and vegetables is currently, as I told you earlier also, less than 3%, and which is far less. In fact, we cannot imagine it that for a country which is the second largest producer in the volume in the world, it processes such a small amount. In the year 2019, about approximately 8.31 million tons of fruits and vegetables were processed in India, which is expected to reach about 16.39 million tons by 2024, expanding at a CAGR of approximately 15%, or to be very precisely 14.84% during the year 2020 to 2024. Indian fruits and vegetable processing industry experiences a conducive growth environment owing to the abundant supply of raw materials and the favorable government policies like Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana and so on. Market share of Indian fruits, banana contributes 33%, mango 21%, citrus fruit 13%, and others are 23%. Even guava contributes 4% to the market and papaya 6%. Market share similarly of different vegetables, if you look at, potato has the 26% share in the market, onion 12%, tomato 11%, brinjal 8%, cabbage 6%, Okay, cauliflower 5%, tapioca 5%, so on. Similarly, here in this graph, sales value of processed fruits and vegetables in India from the year 2012 to 2020 are given, and you see that every year there is a progressive increase. In the 2017, the sale value, total sale value of fruits and vegetables was to the tune of around $228.4 million US. In the year 2020, which was even the corona period, it was around $232.2 million US, the sale value of the fruits and vegetables. Okay. Key players in the fresh fruit and vegetable market in India include Reliance Fresh, Safal, Nature's Basket, Heritage Fresh and Big Bazaars, and these are all, that is, Indian companies. They operate either through contact farming or they take it direct, they source it directly from the farmers. Major players of the processed fruits and vegetables in India include Kisan, Nestle, Parle Agro, McCann, Ruchi, MTR, Heritage and LT Foods Limited. Let us see the market inside of spices and its products. India spice market grew at a CAGR of about 15% during years 2015 to 2020. The Indian seasoning, dressing and sauces sector is led by herbs, spices and seasonings category in both value and volume terms. Dressing category is forecast to register fastest value growth during 2021 to 2026. Hypermarkets and supermarkets is the leading channels for distribution of seasonings, dressings and sauces products in the country. Tata Sons Limited, Unilever, Nestle are the top 3 companies in the Indian seasonings, dressings and sauces sector in the year 2020. Plantation crop, if you look at the market insight, again continue that the plantation crops are the potential sector with lot of opportunities of employment generation. Okay. Foreign exchange earnings and overall supporting livelihood substance of mankind at large. In fact, these are plantation crops are considered as a cash crop in the country. Coconut producers market size was valued at US $11.5 billion in 2018 and is estimated to reach $31.1 billion by 2026, registering a CAGR of 13.6% from 2019 to 2026. In 2018, the coconut oil segment accounted for more than half of the total coconut products market share. The major players in the coconut industry in the country include the Coconut Company of UK, Marico Limited, Vita Coco, Sambhu Group, Nestle Exports and so on. The Indian cashew market is projected to register a CAGR of 4% during the period 2022 to 2027. India has been the top exporter in the global shelled cashew trade, okay, accounting more than 15% of the global cashew export in the last 4 years. Okay. The India chocolate market reached a value of US $1.9 billion in 2020, with the country currently representing one of the world's fastest growing market for chocolates. The Indian chocolate market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 11.3% during 2021 to 2026. Some of the major players in India in the chocolate sector include Mondelez, Ferrero, Nestle, Mars International and so on. Tea market in India, in fact, it is projected to witness a future growth of or further growth of CAGR of 4.2%. In fact, Indian tea is known worldwide for its flavor, okay, for its aroma, particularly Darjeeling tea and so on, flavor tea. In 2026, the tea industry in India is expected to attain 1.4 million tons. The ready to drink segment has the potential to witness a healthy increase. The industry will also be driven by the increasing innovation in packaging and flavors in the coming years. In fact, we will discuss about the technology and processing and different types of tea which India produces, that we will take up when we discuss the plantation crop processing technologies. Major players in the tea industries, tea sector in the country include Tata Consumers Product Limited, okay, their Tetley tea and Tata tea is well known brand, Hindustan Unilever, where even Lipton and Brook Bond is the well known brands of the tea, Bagh Bakri Tea Group and so on. The coffee export, total coffee export was to the tune of $377.65 million in April 2021 to August 2021, and for the August 2021 it was to the tune of $76.71 million. In the financial year 21, the total coffee export accounted for $719.5 million, and for March 2021 it was $97.41 million. The coffee segment amounts to $808 million and is expected to grow annually by 8.9% with the CAGR during 2025. HUL's Brew and Nestle's Nescafe are the key players in the coffee sector in India. And in the slide I have given the revenue earned by coffee in the US dollar from the year 2012 to up to 2025, that is even expected. And there are total revenue or roasted coffee or instant coffee. In all these you can see here in the figure that there is a progressive increase every year, that is there is a increase in the revenue earned with the both roasted coffee sector as well as in the instant coffee sector. Now, let us come, we have seen now the market potential, market insight and production data, consumption patterns. This is very good, it shows a very good scope and potential, but let us see the other aspect also really, which is very serious in a country like India, that is the post harvest losses. What do we mean by post harvest loss? That is, it is a measurable qualitative and quantitative loss along the supply chain, starting at the time of harvest till the produce reaches to the consumer table. It has to pass through various stages, and each and every stage in the value chain there is a significant quantity of the produce is lost in India. Okay. FAO little old data of 2011 says that every year about 1/3 of the food worldwide is wasted. Press Information Bureau data in the of 2016 says that India loses approximately rupees 926 billion worth of food as post harvest loss. And you can imagine a country like ours, a developing country like India, cannot afford to such a huge loss or such a luxury of huge wastage of fruits, vegetables and other important produces. This in this graph I have shown you that the commodity wise, okay, that post harvest loss of different commodities, that is which even that post harvest loss and the post harvest loss values, okay, losses etc., that is minimum and maximum, that is the green data shows the minimum and the red includes the maximum. Like fruits, it is around minimum data which is on that 5.8% and maximum it has gone to 18%. Even this is again not realistic, this is the, we can say that even there are certain fruits where the loss is up to the tune of 25 to 30%. This is the post harvest losses of different vegetables. You see, the significant quantity of fruits and vegetable is lost every year from the country. In fact, here you see the value, that chain in the different stages in the value chain, starting from the harvesting, then the fruit is harvested, then washing, grading, sorting, packing, then cooling, cold storage, then transportation, it goes to export or retail shop, processing, again transportation and retail shop. So, a processed product and fresh products, that is. So, these are in the value chain. If you look at the total losses in the lakh ton, so in the production stage about 28 lakh ton of the produce is getting wasted in at the farm level. Then it comes that is towards the cold storage and transportation, approximately 18.78 or you can say approximately 19 lakh tons of the produce gets wasted in the storage and transportation. And then finally, in the retail shop, the fresh produce, okay, gets wasted around 25%. Okay. If you see its value of the waste, that is in the crore rupees, at the farm gate it is 2516.78, so approximately 2517 crores rupees. At the farm gate during storage and transportation around 2039 crore rupees, and in the retail shops around 3063 crore rupees. Okay. In fact, the Ministry of Food Processing data, estimate data says that 12 million tons loss of fruits and 21 million tons loss of vegetable, and which accounted, that is around approximate value of the US dollar 4.4 billion, and this is the data for 2019, 1 year. So, that is a huge, that we are wasting lot of economic value and the produce. So, really there is something needed to be done in this regard. So, what are the issues and challenges? So, we have seen that as horticulture in India contributes about 1/3 of the Indian agriculture GDP, and its expenditure share in the total Indian market GDP are about 4.7% or roughly you can say to the tune of 5%. We produce significant amount of fruits and vegetables, but still if you look at the consumption pattern, that is average fruits and vegetable consumption in India is still relatively very low, and that is as per the recommended, that is what an average amount of average Indian should consume daily the fruits and vegetable, that is not there. Okay. There is a highly unequal, and major reason is that is majority of the produce is get lost, and there is a underdeveloped supply chain for the distribution of fruits and vegetables. These are the issues. It has been reported that huge quantity of fruits and vegetable produce in the country, we saw that in the earlier slides, is lost in the supply chain between harvest and consumption. Okay. So, major reasons for this are perishable nature and short shelf life of the fruits and vegetables, and the poor storage infrastructure, poor transportation facilities, and poor supply chain models, they add to the problem. Okay. So, the major issues which need to be resolved, that is the perishable nature and shelf life of fruits and vegetables, that is how to increase the shelf life of these fruits and vegetables. Then there are very limited storage capacity in India, and these can only accommodate at present existing facility which we have, only 10% of the total perishable produced in the country can be accommodated. So, we need to increase the storage capacity, cold storage chain, value chain for the horticultural and plantation crop or perishable crop sectors. Also, there is a limited processing. You saw in the earlier slide, there are only 2 to 3% of the processing, and even whatever processing industries are there, they use age old traditional technologies. So, there is a lack of application of the novel technologies, particularly at the commercial level. Okay. There are another major part of the thing, major aspect which need to be taken care of is the lack of skilled labor That is, we do not have skilled labor in our country which can operate these plants and machinery. Even they do not have the whatever labors are available, they do not have sufficient knowledge and practical skills on novel processing technologies. And finally, the low purchasing power, cultural barriers and personal preferences. So, these are the some of the issues facing the horticulture and plantation crop sector, and these in the lectures to come, classes to come, I will try to take up each and every aspect in the course to say that, at least to make sure that we provide sufficient knowledge, sufficient information, and these data lectures which we will be studying will be definitely useful to the participant, and it will help to create more and more entrepreneurs, startups, and even the existing industries. They will try to use the knowledge generated in this course to revamp their production, their processing plant, to improve or modernize their storage and processing facilities, etc., add value into the product, so that is the level of processing is increased, losses are minimized, and the industry is able to give quality products which good nutritional value, because these fruits and vegetables, they are seen as a hub of the nutrients, micronutrients, etc. So, they are eaten for their micronutrient value, health value, which we will take up in the next classes to come. So, with this, these are the references which are used in this lecture. Okay. Just thank you very much for your patience hearing.